Assalamu alaikum everyone and Eid Mubarak Eve. My name is Omar Akhtar and I serve on the Oversight Committee for Muslim Space. As the world is beginning to rejoice in the celebration of Eid al-Fitr, it is now when we start to look back at the past month and truly marvel at how different yet spectacular this Ramadan was. There were many moments of great stress, difficulty, and unfamiliarity as the month approached, some of which continued even after it began. But at the closing of every day, we soon came to realize the greatness of Allah's plan, that through all of these changes emerged new traditions of worship, new opportunities to connect with one another, and hopefully a renewed appreciation of what it means to be part of a community. For Muslim Space, this Ramadan was a welcome challenge, taking both old traditions and new ideas and making them virtual. The best part of this Ramadan during the pandemic, the Ramadamic, was how wide our community became. We were even able to join together from every corner of the country and even further beyond that. Looking back, we can see that its success was achieved only by the generous involvement of our board and volunteers. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the folks that made this Ramadan what it was. From our Quran reciters who broadcasted from around the globe, Imam Onurkaya from Austin, Mariam Al-Dabbagh from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Nourisha Jalal from Cairo, Farah Al-Fath from Tempe, Arizona, Amira Khan from St. Louis, Asya and Hassan Igram from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We were also joined by some local folks who led a Ramadan storytime and arts and crafts series. They were Shamim Azizad and Amar Ahmed, Sherry Mubashir, Samira Masood and her husband Kamal Farid, Anjum Hanafi and young Ayat Chaudhry, Fawzia Khwaja, Aisha Muqaddam, Adila Gill, and we also had a special puppet show put on by the Itsy Bitsy Muslims out of Ontario, Canada. Our yoga and meditation series were brought to you by Austin Yoga Tree, the Inayati Order of Austin, and the Heartfulness Institute. Thank you to Rina Al-Hanai for sharing her soul-touching videos throughout the month. Muhi Khwaja from the American Muslim Community Foundation and our very own Fairuz Ben Yusuf presented on socially conscious and sustainable charitable giving. The volunteer crew who distributed Zakat al-Fitr, and to all those who submitted their iftar inspiration videos, we thank you for keeping us filled with hunger all month long. If you missed any of these events, most can be found on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. We are looking forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Time in the United States, 9 a.m. Central Time, for our virtual Eid service with Medina Javed doing the takbir and Usama Malik delivering the Eid khutbah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our efforts this month, and may our shortcomings be forgiven. Ameen. Now, I'd like to introduce Ahmed Sui, who is coming in live from Taipei, Taiwan, to offer us a reflective farewell to Ramadan.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, that of his mercies, that one name cannot encompass that, and in Arabic we'll have Rahman and Rahim, that shows all different degrees and different encompassing level of mercy. And as we are about to say goodbye to this merciful month, we also want to remember and send our salutation to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was a mercy and sent to all mankind for this with this message. So this Ramadan, as everyone felt it and lived through it, it's a little bit different than usual. The fact that we are having a gathering now here virtually just proves the point and confirmed what Omar mentioned. But alhamdulillah, the thing that we thought it's undoable, the thing that we thought would be difficult, throughout the month, as we took our initial steps, baby steps, Allah made it easy for us. And when Muslim Space suggested that I participate in this program, Uh, it's a bit a personal topic to me, because beside it's being a Ramadan farewell general topic, this year has a special meaning, and you'll find out more throughout this talk. So one thing is, in general, when it comes to this topic throughout the years, I would think about that Ramadan is all about doing good deeds, maximize your deed. And as we grow with life, you will find out that your thought and your philosophy of life adjust accordingly. Some people change, have dramatic changes in their life. Some people uh, like maybe progress in the same direction, but with some minor adjustment, different levels of adjustment. So for me, uh, as as I said, I like efficiency, and throughout my childhood and our traditional upbringing of Ramadan is all about, hey, here's your window of opportunity, go get it, maximize your reward. And some people, all they do is this year, and this type of khutbah, this type of talk is all about the traditional version of it is, oh, now you maximize it, keep it up, don't lose it. So along that line, I have some new feelings toward this moment. So I want to share that with you. And I said that when they approached me, this is quite personal. And so beside that, this is a month that we struggled and strive, and now we're about to reach that end point. And some of us already reached that end point, inshallah, in terms that Eid is already upon them. We want to reflect back what we did right, what we can improve more, what we can plan and plan ahead. So as I said, I'll start with some of the general reflections, typical reflection. Then I'll deep dive and take a turn towards some of the newer ones that I'm feeling this year. So one thing is, this month, especially when the days are long, and we will always, before coming to Ramadan, we're thinking, oh my God, how can I fast this year? It'll be hot, it'll be whatever, I have long shift, long hours, long commute, have kids at school, all kinds of thought that comes to our mind. And we may just don't know how to do it. We get into anxiety, we go into super preparation mode. Yes, we don't grab all the toilet paper from the shelf, but we'll grab food and cook all the sambusa in the world and get ready. So that's how we typically do. Then throughout, as you start Ramadan, you'll find that, well, it wasn't that bad. And there's some night, yeah, you didn't have a big suhoor. Some days you had a busy day and still managed to do it. So that is one thing about this Ramadan, not just this Ramadan, I'm saying Ramadan in general, is if you have, all you have to do is that intention. You have the intention and you will find the rest, Allah will make it easy. You'll still have struggle, you still have those hunger and thirst and fatigue, lack of sleep and all that, but still you manage that. Oh, alhamdulillah, now I'm about to fulfill and complete my Ramadan. The second thing is maximizing deed, as I said. And Muslim, we all know about all the narrations about how these are multiplied, and Laylatul Qadr and all that thing. And traditional people will be just hoard all their zakat throughout the year and just all donations and just give it in Ramadan, or not doing any, doesn't know anything about their faith and just come here and just focus on this month. But when we come to this moment, I want to remind all of us, those who, some of us did a great job this year, and alhamdulillah, feel proud of themselves. Some of us feeling, oh my God, I missed it, I didn't do a good job, I feel like beaten down and I don't know what to do. But I want to remind all of you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is rewarding us according to a non-linear system, like a non-human measured system. It's not measured by how many days, how many hours, and that we can count as human being. So in this system, the person, yes, typically like the one who started from first day and did a great job and finished the Quran and all that should earn more reward. But in this unseen system, we don't know. And that's the beauty and the amazing thing about this system, this rewarding system, is somebody can think all about themselves and then they think they got all the rewards and having a great farewell celebration now for Eid, but you don't know what happened in the unseen. And another person maybe now is sitting among us and so feeling this is my first lecture, I just joined, I really feel bad, I feel embarrassed, that didn't contribute anything. But Allah may, just because of your intention of that last moment of Ramadan, that Allah will, because of that intention, will give you all the reward that somebody else worked hard for it. And it's not, and it's very fair, because Allah is judging us not but by our justice, the deed that we think we're doing a good job or not good job, not so much, but it's about about however he thinks about his, it's his fairness standard. So that is one thing I want to remind all of us, is not about how much money and how many hours you put in this Ramadan. Then moving on to some of the new thought I have is we always talk about attaining taqwa, لعلكم تتقون, that we fast. The purpose of this fasting this month is we obtain this God consciousness, being trying to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by doing the right deeds and avoiding the bad ones. But one of these aspects is not just we be kind to the poor and the needy, not just that nobody's looking, we don't sneak and have a drink or anything, not just that we feel that maybe I want to like break my fast earlier, I'll make it up tomorrow, fast one of 10 more minutes. No, it's not about these, but also about being humble. Being humble, that fits with that reward system too. We will be doing all our best, and we're still very humble that it is all up to Allah. And if it's not Allah made it easy for me, I couldn't be here doing it. It's not Allah that gave me the time and the freedom and the health to practice this Ramadan, this won't be possible. And being humble that we keep learning in our life, keep learning about Ramadan, keep checking and reviewing our progress, seeing how we are, whether we're improving or whether we have more room to improve. And with that also opens the two unique things about this Ramadan, is there's so many aspects that we have to deal with. Uncertainty, it shows our vulnerabilities. And in this Ramadan, when I heard this topic, I thought that I might be giving farewell to my mother. And it actually happened. So that's why I said it's personal. And I want to share some of these moments that usually that the typical speaker will remind you that you may not have Ramadan again, you may not have the same health, same time and freedom and all that. It is very true. In our life, we think we want more control. We want to know exactly when does it start, when does it end. That's why we go and invest and for like advanced calculations. We want to know exactly how something, like whether it's got accepted or not. We want a clear cut. But with this pandemic, it just shows how vulnerable we are. We really, the simple thing that in the old days you say, okay, in Ramadan I want to show up in Jum'ah and in this 30 minutes, then I'm done. Or I show up to Taraweeh, I don't want them to waste my time. I want them to finish this Taraweeh in how many rak'ah, and we're done. All of a sudden, nothing is certain. The simple thing that you can just, okay, some masjid will accept my donation and feed the iftar, dinner, and all that. All of a sudden, those are closed on our faces. So all of a sudden, you don't know, you don't find that community that maybe you used to complain about. Now, so all of a sudden, you wish that you have, in the old days, that you show up and the parking lot is full or somebody blocking your cars. All the headache that we deal with in the past, all of a sudden, we don't have it anymore. And this is quite a reality check for us, that we're uncertain, and also all of a sudden we are so vulnerable in so many aspects. And lastly, as I said, I want to remind everyone about this mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said in the Hadith Qudsi, meaning a narration that is that Allah is revealing a tradition, a statement through his Prophet's word. So he said, "Ana inda dhanni abdi bi," that I am according to how my servant think of me. And he said, if my servant comes close to me, shibran taqarrabtuhu ilayhi zira'an, if my servant comes to me with a hand span of distance, I will come to him with an arm length, meaning even closer to us. If my servant comes to me walking, I'm coming to him even at a higher and faster speed and pace. That is our merciful creator who we're dealing with. We have to reflect back the days that we think it couldn't happen, or we did have that niyyah and Allah made it happen. The days that we think that this Ramadan is too long, it is coming to an end now. And the days that we fed up and think, oh, when is Eid? Actually, when Eid comes, we have no control. Like, you cannot even delay it one more day to say, I need to finish my Quran. So may Allah help us to catch that opportunity, the window of opportunity. They will not last forever. Whether that is our health, our wealth, our freedom, our time, whether that the loved ones and the people around us, whether that is the simple thing that you can show up at the grocery store, or just show up at the masjid and you can pray. All these things that we think they'll be there forever, all this dunya that we think that forever is accessible to us, all of a sudden, even with your money, even with your power, status, everything can be taken away. And this just a small taste that Allah made us to go through it. So may Allah help us to use these signs that He revealed to us as a reminder, and we become wiser, and we become more humble to Him, and we become more close to Him in terms of attaining that taqwa, God consciousness. May Allah accept from all of us our fasting and Ramadan and all the good deeds. May Allah give us many, many more years of productive and rewarding Ramadan. For those who passed away, for those who couldn't fast, for those who have all other excuses, may Allah give them better Ramadan, or if they passed away, that may Allah made them enjoy their deeds and the dua that the living are sending to them. Ameen. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. And then we close with sending our prayer and salutation to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his household and all his companions.